Welcome, Russell Wars, to another edition of the Monday Night Miracle. Um, I'm Mike. We're going to get some things going. I'm in a little bit of a rush. I got to go get a new washing machine and going to the damn laundromat for the last few weeks. And it sucks. So I'm going to probably breeze through this. Not as quickly as possible, but we're going to get through it. That way I can go get my washing machine and I can get back in time for the game and stuff. That's kind of the plan. So here we go. All right, let's go ahead and get started over here. Okay, let's go ahead and start where we normally start, right here with our Miracle Workers of the Week. Some of our top scorers, Justin Fields, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Patrick Mahomes, Leonard Williams, Christian Watson, man, nice game for him, 3 touchdowns. Christian Benford, Kirk, Terrence Mitchell, Jordan Brooks, Jake Sanborn. That's a nice pickup. That helped. Jonathan Ford, Aiden Hutchinson, Frankie Lavu, Malcolm Roach. So, oh yeah, Nick Westbrook Ikena. Got to mention him, man. He got a good 28 points this week, and he was on my bench. But it is what it is. So, okay, we're gonna move on to the matchups here real quick. Kind of got a good idea where some of our top scorers are. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna start back here. This one here, the Arsenic and Unforgiven. And it's looking like, this is kind of close, but each of them got one guy going to make up 20 points plus Antonio Gibson and AJ Brown. I mean, Arsenic are gonna move to 10-0 as usual. And Unforgiven will lose another close one. Fall to 4-6. Some of the highlights, really Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, uh, Derek Brown, Forrest Buckner, Leonard Williams. As usual, his defense just does really well for Haji. So Alex Highsmith, Rashawn Evans, Eric Kendricks, Rich Grant, just your normal stuff. So over here on this side for the Unforgiven, Darnell Savage, Patrick Peterson, linebackers, Frankie Lavu, Bobby O, Ellington Roberts, Alex Singleton, all kind of did what they needed to do. Offensively, Josh Jacob, Jefferson Wilson, and Jimmy G were probably about the only real highlights there for them. So, like I said, Arsenic moved to 10-0, looking for that unblemished season. And we'll move on to our next matchup. Next matchup is the Unicorns and the Pigskins. This one here is pretty much in the bag too, really. Unicorns have 3 guys going, and the Pigskins still have 2. Should be some scoring going on, but you're talking 70 points difference. Kind of tough with one extra guy. But it can be done. So I say it can't. I think the projections have it still at like 40 points too. So not going to be much made up. And the Unicorns will fall and move 5-5. And Pigskins will take another win and move to 7-3. Highlights: Jacoby Brissett, Jonathan Taylor. I didn't say. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I didn't tell you guys who's going. So Jalen Hurts and McLaurin and Jonathan Allen all going for the Unicorns. Pigskins have Miles Sanders and Jamin Davis. So I think they can hold them off for sure. Anyways, highlights. Like you said, Jacoby Brissett did okay. Jonathan Taylor, Juwan Johnson did really well. Got a nice touchdown there too. Zach Allen, Aaron Donald, Zadarius Smith, Zaire Franklin, Harris, Milano. All kind of did pretty well defensively for him. Owens, Bobby Wagner, Cody Barton, Christian Wilkinson on his defense for the Pigskins, Dak Prescott, Aaron Jones, Stephon Diggs, Christian Kirk. Just a list of them did pretty well for them. So they'll take the win. They moved to 7-3. Okay, moving on to our next matchup is the Mugmen and the Legion, which is a pretty decisive matchup going on here. And it's 3 points difference. The Legion have the advantage of having two guys going with Hargrave and Bradbury to just a Devontae Smith. Still could be anybody's game here. I think the Legion will hold them off, and that would pretty much square them guys up 5-5 in the division too. So should be a good matchup. Should be fun one to watch. Highlights for the Legion: Fields, David Fields, Chris Godwin, Justin Jefferson had a really good day. Cole Kmet is coming on. He's doing really well. Okay. For the defense, Nick Bolton, Jordan Brooks, Devin White, all did really well for them. For the Mugman, Jeff Ogda, Van Der Esch, I guess you could say. Angelo, maybe. Yeah, he had a good day. Cam Jordan, CeeDee Lamb for his offense. Tua, Pickett did really well. Singletary. So it just wasn't. I don't think it's just going to be enough. I think the Legion will hold them off, square that up between them guys. All right, moving on to our next matchup is the Blitz against the Rottweilers, and it's looking like the Blitz got this one. Rottweilers look pretty strong in the beginning. Looked like they were going to really make it close. Just kind of petered out at the end, and they're going to definitely lose this one as they're already done. Blitz got one guy going, who is Cameron Curl. So pretty much a done match. Trevor Lawrence, Tyler Higbee, Kenny Clark, Grover Stewart. Nicholas Murrow, Fred Warner, not very many people did too well on either side. Got Kawhi Walker, Khalil Mack, Nick Bosa for the Blitz. Defense, they did well. On offense, it was Schultz, Kelsey, Cook, Mahomes, Pollard. That was definitely enough to take the win for sure. So they'll take the win, move to 9-1. Rottweilers will fall to 4-6. Moving on to our next matchup, our last matchup in the RR, which is the Warlocks and the Crunch. And again, done, over with. Warlocks lose this one. Crunch got a 2-point lead with 3 guys still going, so which are Dallas Goddard, Deron Payne, and TJ Edwards, all scorers, all producers. So should be no problem maintaining that. Highlights: Aaron Rodgers had a pretty decent day. Gabriel Davis, Drake London, Rondell Moore. Defensively, DJ Jones, Max Crosby, Michael Parsons, Kenny Moore, Quandre Diggs. For the Warlocks, Derwin James, Shaq Thompson, JJ Watt, Jahill Ward. I mean, they're all kind of just meh, and just wasn't enough. I mean, Harris Campbell had a good day. Nico Collins, Julio Jones. I mean, his offense came alive a little bit, but it just wasn't enough. So Warlocks would be falling to 1-9, and the Crunch will move to 7-3. Okay, on to the PP. We're going to the Saints and the Gunslingers. And this is a close one, but It's like I said, it's a close one. It doesn't look. I mean, he's got 11-point lead, 9-point lead, 11-point lead, nine, 9-point lead. My bad. He's got a 9-point lead with two guys going who are Dallas Goddard and Josh Sweat against Terry McLaurin. Um, could keep it close if McLaurin gets hot, but I think the gunslingers, as the projections show, are probably going to take it. I think those two guys can produce enough to hold off McLaurin. So the gunslingers win this one. They'll move to 5-5. Saints fall 2-8. And highlights: Mariota, Prescott, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, Marquise Godwin, all did well. And then pretty much Zach Allen, Jair Alexander, Kenny Moore. I mean, just barely even hitting projections, really. I mean, these guys did a little better, but not much, not enough. So should be enough to take the win. The Saints really didn't have almost nobody other than Donovan People-Jones, Foster Moreau that really did any good on offense. Defensively, they had some highlights with their tackles. Buckner, Joseph Day, Sealer, Nick Bosa, Jerome Baker, Van Der Esch. Defense showed up, but the offense didn't, and it cost them the win. So yeah, Gunslingers take this one, like I said, 5-5. Saints fall to 2-8, and on to our next matchup, to the Mayhem and the Slashers. And this is probably well over. I mean, it's over 100-point lead. It doesn't look really good for the Mayhem. Slashers have Brian Robinson, Devontae Smith, and TJ Edwards going. All going to should put up some decent numbers, or at least projections are close to it. With Gamewell, Deron Payne, Jamin Davis, and Cameron Curl going for. I mean, even if they 25-point apiece, like it's not happening. Wins not happening. So Slashers have moved to 7-3. Mayhem fall to 3-7. Some highlights for the Slashers were Raheem Mostert, Stephon Diggs on offense, Derek Brown, Leonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, Nick Bolton, Devin White, Jake Sanborn, all did well on defense. Tyreek Woolen, Zadarius Smith, and Christian Wilkinson was probably the only highlights on defense for the Mayhem. On offense, it was George Pickens and Jonathan Taylor. That's about it. So yeah, Slashers take this one, move to 7-3, and Mayhem will fall to 3-7. Okay, next matchup is Falcons and the Badgers, and it's 100-point lead, and they got two guys going. There's no way they're scoring 50 points each, so that's pretty much a done deal for them. So the Badgers will take this one, and the Falcons will fall to 4-6. The Badgers will move to 2-8, 3-8. My bad, 3-7, 3-7, 3-7. Damn, get it right, shit. Okay, highlights: Derek Carr, Jeffrey Wilson, Christian Kirk, Rondell Moore, Higbee, Dawson Knox on offense for the Badgers. Chris Jones, Brian Burns, Shaq Thompson, Kawhi Walker. Andrew Adams all did well on defense for the Falcons. I mean, not really much. I come on defense was Alex Smith, and that's it. Offensively, Cole Kmet and Justin Fields were it for the Falcons. So easy one to call here. Badgers win it, like I said. So on to our next matchup. Next matchup is the 5-4 Blizzard and the Tremors. And this one looks to be it could be a close one. I mean, it has 4 guys going. He's got 2. Could be closer. Projections call it within 16 points, which could be swayed very easily. Especially with that many guys going. Parents have Jalen Hurts and Jonathan Allen going. So put up some numbers, but Logan Thompson, AJ Brown, and a couple of defensive Kendall Fuller, Gardner Johnson going for. So this could be a lot closer than you think, but I think the Tremor are going to hold this one with a 30-point lead. It gives them a nice little cushion. So I think they're going to hold this one and move to 8-2. Blizzard to fall to 5-5. The Tremors highlights: Geno Smith did really well. Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, Amon St. Brown, Hutchinson, Zero Franklin, Isaiah Simmons, Drew Tranquil, Tamar Hamlin all did well on defense. Derwin James, Jordan Brooks, Anzalone, and Alex Anzalone did well for the Blizzard. On defense, offensively is Patrick Mahomes, Devin Singletary, CeeDee Lamb. So not really much highlights there, you know. So yeah, right. I think that's going to be his downfall. Not enough guys, not enough firepower. So the Tremor will take this one. They'll move to 8-2. Blizzard fall to 5-5. Under our next one, a couple more to go. The Tiger Sharks and the Killer Koalas, and it's the Koalas are done. Tiger Sharks still have a couple guys going in the lead, so they're going to take the win. Move to 6-4. Koalas will fall to 7-3. And some of the highlight. Okay, the guys going is Miles Sanders, Jalen Dotson. Some highlights: Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, Aaron Donald, Dexter Lawrence, Jerry Hughes, Ernest Jones, Michael Parsons. I mean, just a list of guys that did Red Warner did really well for him, got him to win. Bobby Wagner, Bobby O, Nicholas Murrow, Christian Harris on the defense for the Koalas. DJ Jones did okay. Offensively, it was Parrish Campbell. And really, that's really Cortland Sutton kind of got his projection, but everybody else kind of killed it for him. So the Tiger Sharks will move to 6-4, as I said, and the Killer Koalas will fall to 7-3. And we're on to our next matchup, which is the Tyrants and the Panthers. Now, the Tyrants have got it set at 307. And with one guy going, Hargrave, 30 points. I mean, that could happen. I mean, it's not to say that can't happen. It's going to be a tough one, but I think the Tyrants will hold him off. Maybe he gets to 30. Proves me wrong. Be nice. Tua did pretty well. Highlights for the Panthers: Tua, DeAndre Hopkins, Zay Jones, Kelsey. Defensively, Max Crosby, Khalil Mack, Greenlaw, and Milano kind of got what they're supposed to. Everybody just kind of got their projection, which is good. Gives them an opportunity and a chance to win, but I don't see it happening. So yeah. Tyrants, Jimmy G, Trevor Lawrence, Gabe Davis, Chris Godwin, Justin Jefferson, Dalton Schultz all did well. Defensively, had Grover Stewart, Sean Evans, Eric Kendricks, good. Adrian Amos all did well. Kendricks falling on that touchdown. Nice. Anyways, so I think the Tyrants take this one. To be honest, I don't think he's going to get it. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. The Tyrants would move to 4-6, and the Panthers would fall to 6-4. So on to our last matchup, which is mine and the Puffins, the Gators and the Puffins. The Gators done and don't have enough to hold them off. So we're going to lose this one. They're going to fall to 0-10, and the Puffins will move to 3-7. Highlights. Gators really didn't have much. It was Tannehill and Connor on offense. Defensively, Joseph Day and Jake Sanborn were the only ones that did any good for them. Over here for the Puffins, it was Derek Carr, Geno Smith, Donovan Peoples, George Pickens, Christian Watson. Had some really good showing. Dawson Knox from everybody just kind of got what they're supposed to. Nice over projection. DeMarcus Lawrence, Isaiah Simmons, Dory Jackson, and that looks to be about it. So yeah, they'll take the win. And Gators are still looking for that. Probably not going to get a win this year, but it is what it is. I noticed that Sean revoked a trade offer. Yeah, because I'm not selling Olave, even if he does have a bad day. I mean, he's still a rookie, so a lot of days like that. So, yeah, I'm keeping him, and that should be about it, guys. So, we'll talk to you guys next week. I'm gonna go get my washing machine and get some laundry done and watch the game. And I hope everybody else has a good week. And I'll see you guys next week.